Imagine, imagine, imagine. Imagine if we could pull off the impossible and topple Feyenoord and win the league. There's still 11 games to go. There's still a possibility. They're 12 points clear, but we all know teams can drop points and go on a bad run. Other teams can go on a late surge. At the very least, imagine, could we get into that Champions League or European spots and get ourselves into a European competition next season? And imagine we're only 2 games away from winning the Dutch Cup in our first season. Plenty to get through today. We also have a little bit of scouting going on in the background, but you're going to see that on the transfer special, which will be coming up after this episode in the next couple of days. Stay tuned, we're going to get right into this. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name's Andy FM Forever and welcome back to episode 3. We will be going through the rest of the season. We have a Dutch Cup semi-final to play and we have plenty of league games left. Where we finish, that's anybody's guess. We could be as high as top. We could be a mid-table, mediocre finish to the season. As you can see, we have played one game there for Tuna Sittard at home, where we won comfortably 3-0. Coutinho, Götze and Rooney Bargy on the score sheet. But we've got a big one coming up now. It's Feyenoord in the Cup. And let's get straight to it. And as you can see, we won 3-1. I'll show you the goals from the game there. We're playing in our red and white home kit. Feyenoord are playing in their dark kit there. I'm not quite sure what colour to call that, to be fair. It's probably a very dark blue with a black trim. Götze comes flying down the left there, beats his man, looks to put the ball in. Fantastic ball into Glock on a plate across the 6-yard box for an easy tap in to make it 1-0. That was an absolutely perfect start to the game. Corner came in there from Rooney Bargy and it was claimed by the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper obviously trying to clear it and kick it out over the halfway line to ease the pressure rather than play it out from the back. Van Persie there didn't win the header. Glock finds Götze. Götze then down to Boss playing at left wing back. Götze again trying to find a way, he cuts inside the Boss. Boss then puts the crossover, a little bit of head tennis there. Glock, and then it falls to Dahlberg, who makes it 2-0. Absolutely amazing start from Ajax. 2-0 up against Feyenoord, who are probably the best team in this division at the moment. We then have the ball with Saka, who calmly plays it out. Our new goalkeeper, who looks very, very good. Excited to see what he can do next season. Santos then to Bass. Bass then plays it back to Hussein, just gently building up the play. And then that lovely ball down the wing to Götze again, who loves to run his man. This time he cuts it inside. Finds Glock. He puts the ball on a plate for Dahlberg to make it 3-0. Absolutely demolishing Feyenoord. Feyenoord did pull one back. Corner coming in there from Steen. It's half cleared and Borges then puts it into the back of the net. So back-to-back wins and a Dutch Cup final to look forward to as well. Let's get through these fixtures and we've got our youth intake as well. Let's see if it is a golden generation. Well, a little bit disappointing because the 2 games that I thought we would win, NEC at home and PEC Zwolle away, ended up in both 1-1 draws. As you can see there, NEC took the lead, we equalised. We then went to PEC Zwolle. We took the lead in the 46th minute and we just couldn't hang on to it. But we did bounce back. We won against Groningen 3-1 away, convincing their Götze, Coutinho and Dahlberg with the goals. And then Sparta Rotterdam at home. We pulled off a lovely 4-0 win. Dahlberg on the score sheet twice again. Glock with a goal and an own goal by Sparta Rotterdam. And then it was Feyenoord away from home, and Feyenoord came and we beat them 1-0. Marcus Leonardo with the goal. We played very, very well. We got the goal and we held out for a vital win. So games remaining there, as you can see, we've got FC 20, Heracles, We've got FC Utrecht in the Dutch Cup final, and then Breda away, PSV at home, Utrecht at home, and SV Heerenveen. So we've got a lovely run into the season. In terms of league position, well, league position we're sat in 5th place there. We are 10 points behind Feyenoord. There is a possibility we can sneak into this Champions League place, but we're going to have to go on one hell of a run and hope that these teams with 6 games to go do start dropping some points. But before we get into any of that, it's Youth Intake Day. Let's go and have a look at what is classed as a golden generation of players. And the first on the list, and possibly what they rate as the highest rated player, is Emre Gungar. So he is a 15-year-old central midfielder, prefers to play as an advanced playmaker. He can potentially play in that central midfield role as well. Central attacking midfield role. Looking at him at 15-year-old, he's already got 9 crossing, 10 first touch, an amazing 13 passing and 14 technique, 13 aggression, 11 composure, determination and flair, 15 and 13, teamwork and vision. Look at the physicals, 11 acceleration already, 14 agility, 13 pace, strong on his right foot, fairly strong on his left foot, 5'9". He looks like he could be, with the right nurturing, a really, really top class player. Next we have a goalkeeper, Masharo Doleni. He again is 15-year-old. He looks like he could be a really good prospect. 14 handling already, 11 punching tendency, 14 reflexes, 13 concentration, 11 determination. His teamwork and vision are brilliant as well, so he's got the mentals already. Agility 12, natural fitness 13-year-old. Again, fairly strong on that left foot, very strong on that right foot. We'll do a lot of work with him and we'll bring him through over the next couple of seasons, hopefully, to potentially be somebody who can compete for a starting place by the age of 18 or 19. Next on our list of Wonderkids, Alwin Witaveen, or Witaveen, it might be pronounced, I'm not quite sure. Anybody from the Netherlands watching, please do let me know. He is a 15-year-old who can play on the right of midfield. He's more comfortable as a right attacking midfielder, but he can also play in the striker role as well. Looking at him, dribbling 11, technique 13, 16 determination, so he's going to try his best to do well. 12 flair already, 11 leadership as well, 12 teamwork, and these are the stats that you've got to look at. Acceleration 13, agility 11, balance 13, natural fitness and pace both 13, stamina's only an 8, strength only a 4, but he's 15-year-old, he hasn't finished growing yet. I'm sure the stamina will improve and the strength naturally will increase as we go on. Well, our coaches said that we would have some fantastic wingers coming through, and we certainly have. Ricardo Duez, he again, 15-year-old, he can play on the left naturally, but he could play as an attacking midfielder or on the right, or potentially could be trained to play as a striker. He has 11 first touch, 13 technique, again 16 determination. He's got 14 flair, 12 teamwork, and these are the stats again: his acceleration, his agility, his balance and his pace. Again, stamina and strength lacking, and natural fitness to be fair, but they can all improve, so we're not going to be too concerned about that. Reasonable left foot, very good right foot, so he likes to play on the left and cut in onto his right, which would suit our formation, playing inside forwards. So again, another good potential player coming through that we may see in a few seasons in this save. Now, if I had to pick one of my favourites who I think is potentially going to go far, I would pick this guy, Kundi Panzo. Again, 15-year-old, he can play on the right, the left, or in the centre as well. He has some fantastic stats. He has some good that aren't so good as well, but let's go and have a look at these. Finishing 11, first touch 12, passing 11, technique is 17 already. He has 11 bravery, 20 flair at 15-year-old. Off the ball 13, work rate 11. Yes, he doesn't have the winger stats like the others have. His acceleration's 12, his balance is 11. Agility needs some work. Natural fitness, pace, stamina and strength all need a lot of work there. He's fairly strong on his left foot. That's only going to improve. He's very strong on his right foot, so he likes to get down the byline and whip it in. But he is unambitious. Now, we've all had this on Football Manager where players have an unambitious personality. And what I like to do with these players who look really, really good, and this is just my secret of what I do. I'm not saying it's the right thing. You all probably have your own ways of doing it. What I'll do with this guy is I'm going to put him in the first team. I'm going to make him available to play for the under-19s so he gets plenty football. When I get the chance, I'm going to bring him on the pitch. I'm going to give him some game time. But the main reason for bringing him into the first team is I'm going to get some of our senior players who have got the great personality traits and have them mentor him. And I'm sure within 2 or 3 seasons, he won't be unambitious anymore. And I've seen it happen. I've seen it change in saves. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm going to give him the very best opportunity to develop. Now we have a defender. So he can play on the right side or right wing back, which I think is where he's naturally going to be suited. But he can play central defence. He could potentially play left back as well, but he's only got a reasonable left foot. He is a Bosnia and Herzegovian player. He has some 10s, 9s, nothing really in the technicals that stand out. So they would have to do a lot of development. It's here in his mentals that I really like. 17 bravery, 12 decisions, 13 determination, position and teamwork. Work rates at 10, that can improve as well. Balance and jump and reach 12 and 13. A lot of work to do on the rest of the physicals. But this guy could potentially come through and make it. Even if he doesn't, I would imagine he'll have a good sell-on value. Luke Matheson, he is, well, what is he? He's probably a right attacking midfielder, a central attacking midfielder. Don't know if he can play that midfield role. His passing's lacking a little bit. 12 dribbling, 13 technique. He's got quite good mentals, aggression, determination, flair, leadership and teamwork there. His off the ball needs a lot of work, as does his decisions and anticipation, but they can all improve with experience. Work rate's 8 as well. Another unambitious player, so we may have to look at putting him into the first team again and doing the same thing with him. But it's the acceleration, the agility, the pace and the stamina. If we do the right training with him and we put him in a good mentorship group, I think he could certainly be one for the future, but he does need to improve. Well, we've had a right back and now we've got a left back in Ben Simpson. Again, 15, he is English. He can play in a left back or left wing back role. Nothing standing out on the technicals really. 14 technique, probably the best. He's got 10 first touch as well. So there's a lot of work to do there. His crossing's only a 5, so he needs to work on that if he's going to be a left wing back, bombing forward. On his mentals there, bravery, decision-making, determination, but it's teamwork. 16 teamwork, 13 work rate as well. Good teamwork and good work rate will definitely get you far, and he should develop into a really good player. Acceleration's just a 10, but that can improve. 13 jump and reach, 13 stamina, very, very strong left foot, reasonable right foot. So again, he looks like he could be a really good prospect for the future. So back to the games, and FC 20 at home were the next opponent. We have beaten them convincingly 2-0. Tomiyasu, who's had a bit of an injury-struck season, scored, and Andres Santos, who unfortunately will be going back after his loan spell. So we'll have to do without him next season. But this is where the transfer window that will be coming up in the next episode will be vital. Heracles, the next game away. We beat them 3-1 as well to continue this fantastic run now. 6 wins in a row. 5 wins in a row, sorry. I'm just trying to make it 6. Coutinho, Dahlberg and Klaassen there. We absolutely hammered them, but we did go 1-0 down to a Dean Hussein own goal. That's 2 he's scored now in the last few games. And then we had the Dutch Cup. Well, the Dutch Cup, what can I say? We beat FC Utrecht to lift the Dutch Cup, and we're going to show you exactly how that happened. So, Ajax playing in their away kit here. FC Utrecht trying to spray the ball around and then get it up the pitch, but Götz gets the ball back, plays a lovely ball over the top, and what a goal there from, I think it was Dolberg who scored at the end. It looked like Glock. It was hard to tell who scored that one there, but we will show you who scored that one, of course. Dolberg now putting the ball in, knocked down, and then a fantastic finish by Rooney Bargi, who unfortunately is going back to his club. Very highly rated Wonderkid in Football Manager over the last couple of years. Never quite managed to get him to sort of get to his potential. And then corner coming in, half sort of cleared. Götz down the right now, looking for an opportunity to get the ball in. Lays it off to Hussein. Tomiyasu now goes down the right, cuts one across, right across the 6-yard box. Exactly where you would like Leonardo to be. And he came on as a substitute to make it 3-0. Convincing performance. Obviously Utrecht went on and scored a goal to pull one back to 3-1, but it was all over at this point. It was at the end of the game, and pretty much that was it. So quite rightly, it was Glock who got the goal. It did just look like Dolberg was running away celebrating as if he'd scored the goal. So last few games of the season, we went and played NEC Breda away and got a 2-0 win. Fantastic. But then went on a little bit of a bad run there. So PSV beat us 2-0 and FC Utrecht taking revenge for the cup final, beating us at home 2-0. But we finished the season off with a win against SC Heerenveen, and with that finished the season with a nice 2-0 win. Beraldo, our loan signing, and Dolberg, who's had a really good season with us, scoring the decisive winning goal. So there's season 1 wrapped up. PSV get the title by 1 point to Feyenoord in second place and third FC 20. AZ in fourth on 67 points, so 5 points separating first to fourth, and then we're in fifth on 60 points. That's very encouraging because I think with the right signings we can bring in, possibly free transfers, couple of loans, what we can maybe do next season is go on and we can get ourselves into those top positions. The league is the aim, that's definitely the aim, but we will have European football of some sort, and we obviously have the Dutch Cup to try and defend. How we're going to do this, well, we'll see what happens when you watch the transfer special as well, which will be coming up in the next day or two. So please do click on the like button, click on the subscribe, leave your comments below as well with any players or anything that you think we could be doing, because this is your save, guys. Don't forget, this is for you. And in terms of squad and who's done what in the team, well, let's have a look and see who the best players were this season. So we have most appearances this season goes to Santos. He didn't miss many games at all. 41 appearances, 1 from the bench, 4 goals and 4 assists. In terms of goal scorers, well, Dolberg with 23 leading the line. That was a great return. 15 from Glock as well, who's a really good player, and Götz chipped in with 11, so 3 in double figures there. On the assists, Götz with 13, Buadi with 10, Glock there with 9, and in terms of average ratings for people who've played the most games, take the goalkeeper out of the equation, he only played 1 game. Realistically, the best players were Dolberg, Götz, Hussein and Beraldo, but they won't be here next season, and Tomiyasu, who didn't play many games, 17 starts, 6 from the bench, but he has a little bit of an injury-ravaged season. So we're going to have to be careful with him, but hopefully we'll bring in some backup so we can rotate quite a lot next season. And we also have some really good players here as well. So thank you so much for watching the video. As I say, please do drop a like on it, and there will be a bonus transfer special coming up very, very soon. My name's Andy FM Forever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm signing out. Bye-bye.